this. Look at the way they're trying to spin this and say that thousands of people are showing up.
Happy early birthday, America. We're celebrating already at the Great American State Fair. Man, we've got thousands of people celebrating this birthday with us, Tommy.
Listen, I am so incredibly sick of it, and I am not going to hold back in this video. Make sure you drop a like to help boost it, and let's just dig in. On screen now, you can see a video of Donald Trump's America 250 fair at the National Mall, except this screen-recorded video from somebody who likely supports Trump standing on the field very quickly reveals that there is nobody there. The person pans around to show the massive crowd, and I see 3 seats, 2 of which are empty. I see an empty stroller. I mean, nobody even wants to be here whatsoever, not even the baby that's in the stroller. And then he pans it around, and again, there is absolutely nobody up front. Video after video after video, a very thin, scarce turnout at Donald Trump's America 250. As we say on the show, everything he touches turns to shit. And that's the framework that I want to apply on the national level for just a moment. A lot of Trump supporters have told me for years and years that Trump actually puts America first. He puts Americans first before going to war with other countries or benefiting himself. But when Donald Trump got into office both the first and the second time, he caused our national debt to skyrocket. He has caused our economy to slow down to a halt over the past 2 years. Unemployment has spiked. Inflation has spiked. Millions have fallen deeper into poverty as he cuts life-saving cancer research and Medicaid. And Donald Trump's focus among all of this isn't even at home right now. His focus is doing the bidding of foreign countries overseas. I can't tell you how many taxpayer dollars and weapons we've sent to Israel. Actually, I don't know why I said that. I can tell you the exact amount that we've sent to Israel. We send $3.3 billion per year in foreign military financing, $500 million per year in missile defense. But when Donald Trump got into office, he and Secretary of State Marco Rubio decided to expedite an extra $4 billion in military assistance and another $12 billion in major military sales to the country of Israel. For this, we've been dragged along into a war that, well, Donald Trump chose this war, but we have been dragged along by Israel and Iran as Israel continues to escalate and break our ceasefires, and as Trump struggles to find any sort of leverage either over Israel or over Iran. For example, Bibi Netanyahu is continuing to strike and invade southern Lebanon, even though Donald Trump told him to stop. So we are pouring billions of dollars into a country unconditionally to help their military, and their military ruins peace deals or ceasefires that could benefit the American people. One more time, Donald Trump is not putting Americans first, and I am sick of it. Most of all, I am sick of the Trump supporters who will sit there and gaslight us, look us in the eye, and gaslight us about what is actually happening in this country. It's not only his supporters and his voters, but it's also the politicians and the commentators and the TV pundits that I'm sometimes going up against, like to debate. It is so incredibly sickening to see them lie about American institutions, lie about the very infrastructure that allows them to do this, and lie on behalf of somebody who in a moment would throw them under the bus. So beyond the war, Donald Trump is now trying to increase the military budget by something like 60 to 70%. He wants to increase it to $1.6 trillion of military funding, which is up from about $900 billion. So that budget proposal increase will directly raise the deficit, which will directly balloon the debt, which will directly hurt my generation and even people watching this video. We currently pay $1 trillion per year just on the interest of our debts. And here is Donald Trump continuing to fund the military, send our taxpayer dollars overseas, and then when he gets in front of a camera, he says something to the effect of, I don't actually care about the Americans' pocketbook. I don't care about that. He's only thinking about the war with Iran. He said that on the White House front lawn. He says he doesn't even factor in how Americans feel. I want to show you this photo right here that's going rather viral. It compares a Donald Trump 26 event. You know, this is 2026, his Great American State Fair, if you want to call it that. And then on the right is a Barack Hussein Obama event, as Trump would say. This Barack Obama event the former president put on has a crowd that is more packed out in Chicago than Trump was able to get in D.C. for America 250. You know, I'm old enough to remember America's 200th birthday back in '76. I'm not old enough to remember that. I thought that'd be funny to say, though. But I've been looking up and doing a lot of research about America's 200th birthday, and I'm sure a lot of people in the comment section will actually remember this because we have audience members of all ages, of all lived experiences. And the America 200 celebrations seem to be actually rather unique. There is nothing wrong with celebrating a country or celebrating what a country could be or celebrating the fact that America, even though we've been very flawed, has expanded the circle of human dignity to allow more and more people to have rights. I mean, there are things to celebrate. There are things to celebrate about America, especially a future that we can all envision of more, liberal rights expansion. But that is not what this celebration is at 250. This 250 celebration is an absolutely sickening perversion of what America is supposed to be. I mean, honestly, it's more of just Trump's grandiose narcissism encapsulated into an event than anything else. Think about it. It's like cheap, it's underfunded, not really fully put together, but it was marketed as if it's going to be this huge, grandiose festival. So, that's the Trump playbook. Market it as something that it's actually not, and then end up inevitably disappointing every single person. Here is Fox News just trying to spin for the state fair. I don't think there's anything funnier than the idea that Fox News set up an entire booth with the idea that they were going to show a crowded, packed out background and report the news on it. And then the reality is they have to sit there awkwardly as there's absolutely nobody behind them. I mean, okay, I'll be charitable. There's like a few dozen people behind them, but the green is so clear that I'm sure they're all embarrassed. Look at the way they're trying to spin this and say that thousands of people are showing up.
Happy early birthday, America. We're celebrating already at the Great American State Fair. Man, we've got thousands of people celebrating this birthday with us, Tommy. You and I had a chance to go out.
I'm sorry, I got to play it again. I feel like he tries to say it in a way to make it sound huge, but it just doesn't land. He's like, man, we've got thousands of people out here. Dude, we spent $80 million to put this together. We did. Taxpayer dollars spent that. It is 3 miles long, and there are fairs from all 50 states supposed to be there. The fact that there's only a few thousand people there on day 3 is not a flex, no matter how much you try to say it in such a way where it's, oh, we have a few thousand people. No.
Happy early birthday, America. We're celebrating already at the Great American State Fair. Man, we've got thousands of people celebrating this birthday with us, Tommy. You and I had a chance to go out. We got to see some of the exhibits. I'm sure you got what I got, which was a lot of people going, hey, love to watch it on Fox. I hope a lot of them left the mall, went home and turned on their TV and are watching this right now. But
something about this is simultaneously hilarious because they're clearly being humiliated. The entire MAGA movement is being humiliated. But also, something about this is very frustrating because these are the same people who gaslight us time and time again about very serious issues. Like Minnesota lawmakers will get shot and assassinated in their homes. This actually happened. And the people on Fox News will be spreading lies about it. They'll spread lies about Joe Biden. They'll spread lies about the Iran war. So I am incredibly sick of all of these lies. One more funny piece. Vanilla Ice's Freedom 250 concert in D.C. was canceled due to inclement weather that didn't even materialize. Midas Touch pointed out, wow, not even the weather wanted to show up to this. But Vanilla Ice canceled the event entirely. It is falling apart for them, and this leaves me with a final thought. Gone are the days where we just roll over and let these Republicans lie to us, lie about us, and lie about the state of Americans on national television, on the political stage, and online. We have to be pushing back relentlessly with the truth, with facts, 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 and that brings me to the escalation that happened in Iran last night. Do not let them tell you this is a ceasefire. There's not a ceasefire by any meaning of the word. Both sides are quite literally firing at each other. The United States is firing at Iran. Iran fired back at ships in the Strait. The United States doubled down, and now it is escalating in a spiral. On top of that, Israel has violated whatever memorandum we did have because they would not withdraw their troops from southern Lebanon. So let's just take a step back and tell the truth of this deal. While Donald Trump is currently focused on this failing fair and the reflecting pool and wasting our taxpayer dollars, we are getting a deal that is so humiliating that honestly, it just pounces, it crushes any empty field or failed reflecting pool. That stuff is embarrassing. But what's in this memorandum is so incredibly bad. Going into all of this, Trump said that Iran would unconditionally surrender. We were going to stop their missiles, stop their proxies, we were going to stop their navy, stop their air force, and stop the regime from slaughtering its own people. That was Donald Trump's pitch, that they would unconditionally surrender. Now let's take a look at the deal that we actually have. Iran gets to keep its missiles, which is against what Trump said. Iran gets to keep its enriched uranium. We're negotiating directly with Tehran on Hezbollah, which means that Iran has a seat at the table in all of these negotiations, and Iran continues to gain more and more leverage over the Strait of Hormuz. In exchange for that, guess what we got? Guess what we got? We got a temporary opening of the Strait of Hormuz, and then we have to help line up $300 billion for a country that we were just at war with. Again, we have to help give $300 billion to the country that we were just at war with. The greatest deal maker of all time, as MAGA would claim, is handing back nearly everything we were fighting for and more. You don't have to be a Republican or a Democrat or a moderate to be criticizing this. It is a shitty deal, and I am sick of them lying to us. I know for a fact that no matter how bad of a deal we get, we'll have people like Scott Jennings or Benny Johnson or Dave Rubin, you guys probably know at least one of those names, going out there and defending the deal. You know, I'm going to be doing a debate in a little bit on this exact deal. We film the Adam Mockler debate show every weekend, and then we post it on Wednesdays, so it's going to be a really fun debate. And my opponent, you know, this is going to go up after we're debating. So my opponent's trying to claim that people on the far right and people on the left hate the memorandum for the same reason. But that is not true. I hate this new memorandum of understanding because I thought the JCPOA was rather strong. I thought the JCPOA was a strong framework, and what we've gotten now is way worse. People on the far right hate this memorandum because they want to keep the war going. They want to keep escalating, and that is what I am sick of. We have to continue to help Americans. We have to continue to help Americans' pocket, healthcare situation, all of this, and I'm just not seeing that with a distracted president who is more focused on this incredibly shitty fair. So let's end this where we started it, by showing how much of a failure this ended up being. I love you all. I will see you all in the next video, and peace out.